Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 21 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Stanford's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Caught over the middle. It's Buckmeyer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
He gets a block. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Sooners offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to pass, it's Braxton trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go. Quarterback, and down he goes. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly. As that ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker, you're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weapon.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. finished the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Finally pulled down, but not before, moving the chains for a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Brown will throw it. He looks that one in nicely.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down.
Just flip with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
To the air on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Line getting set on second down. The give out of the gun. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. Might as well give it to him again.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the gun, the ground game. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Makes the catch. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He got it. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard, and even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Braxton. They're trying to get to it. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Fires to the big fella.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The give from the gun. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I would use this as a part of my offense, too. When I got a guy like this, I can do the design quarterback runs with, and he can make 10 yards look like it's nothing. I mean, just chews up dirt quickly and gets in the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida is currently ahead of the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They're up by 7 over SMU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, they make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in...
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown Sooners!
Touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Sometimes it just takes an offense a little while to settle into the game, and David, it seems like they have here in the second.
No doubt, you get those nerves out, you get a few of those hits in, everybody starts to get a little bit of rhythm, and now you start to see it, Palmer. They're starting to put some points on the board.
Yeah, they're lathered up, I think, on the field. I think the play caller has also gotten himself into a bit of a rhythm here, too.
Running back goes in motion. Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy completion. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Stanford quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. Fighting off the defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's going to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Got it in the middle. It's Botmeyer. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Feeling some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Smashes it between the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Palo Alto as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
To throw, it's Braxton. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. All kinds of... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
On to attempt the try. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many doubles.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Brown wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Stanford wants to push the pace. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Right back to the well. Powers through the defender. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Now they'll try the right side. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Stanford quickly to the line. Brown will throw it. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The back goes in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Brown wants to pass. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Stanford! Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to.
He lofts one down the sideline. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Using his feet. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown Sooners. They've got the lead here in the fourth. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
28, Stanford, 21.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this.
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up 14 over Alabama. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Brown will throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the pass is intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
third. Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way. And he loses the timeout. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. Fires to the big fella. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's now 3rd down.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, looking to pass. Time to take a shot. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great.
And they got him for the sack. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score is.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going.